everybody, it's Julian. Bit of a different video today, but a very important one. This is voting for your ideas to go into Lens Island. Before we get into that, I've got a big announcement. We've made a Patreon that gives you exclusive access to a whole bunch of beta testing perks and early builds of Lens Island and any other games that Flow Studio actually makes. So go onto our Patreon page, we just set it up. I always get emails and stuff about people wanting to support Lens Island, and I didn't want to set anything up until we had something meaningful to actually give back to you. So this is a way that you can get hands-on exclusive access to the game and give your ideas and feedback directly to us devs. We've got 5 big questions for you, and I need your answers in the comments, and I'm going to go through them all and actually implement them into the game. So let's begin. Okay, first vote, Cosmetic Armor. So we have 3 sets of Cosmetic Armor currently in the game. We've already made a fishing set, a farmer set, and a sorcerer's set. But we need one more, and we're not sure what to do. So this needs to be armor that you can equip that can have cool abilities and effects that apply onto the player. But it can't have anything to do with dungeon crawling or fighting. It needs to influence the other areas of the game outside of that. So think up of a cool set, leave your idea down in the comments. And I guess part 2 of this is we keep calling dungeon crawling armor, and then non-dungeon crawling armor, cosmetic armor. It's all like armor and goes in your armor slots, but it's just like a terrible name. So if you can think of like a better name to call the cosmetic stuff or all of it, maybe leave your idea for that too. Okay, second question. Cursed dungeons. So cursed dungeons and Lens Island are our hardcore dungeons. So in the next update, you'll be able to repeat every single dungeon in the game in a new hardcore or cursed mode. That's gonna be a fair bit harder. The whole dungeon's gonna be changed. It's gonna look like the Upside Down from Stranger Things. It's gonna look crazy.
Guess I'm the guinea pig.
The main thing that we're sort of trying to balance at the moment is how difficult to make the hard dungeons. We can make them pretty hard, or we can make them very hard. The one sort of issue that I have is like, do we wanna make them easy enough where like everyone can complete them, even if you're like a farming style type of player, you don't like the dungeon crawling so much?
Yeah, I can whack you from here. It's like...
Is it still achievable for you? Or do we make them like really hardcore where it's a bit more of like a completionist dungeon crawler thing where they can actually like really enjoy the fact that it's quite difficult, more like Dark Souls, Elden Ring type of difficulty?
Oh my God.
We're not sure. There's definitely a lot of stuff to do with farming and exploring that can benefit you in the dungeon. So even if you don't like dungeon crawling, you can make the difficulty easier for yourself by being a really good farmer. However, like they will still be really hard. So I don't know, you pick, hard or very hard. Okay, vote number 3. This is all about animals and wild animals. So we don't have pets in the game yet, but we're gonna add the very first wild animal, hopefully in the next update. Right now we have 3 animals on the backlog, a deer, a goat, and a sheep. So we're just gonna start with one. There's gonna be many more animals in the future, but which do you wanna be the first one? This is gonna be a wild animal that will spawn in little packs across different islands across the game. You will be able to hunt it, get some sort of resource from it, and potentially keep it as a pet and actually sort of trap it as well. Question number 4. This is all about fishing and the ocean. So we're gonna add one more new type of sort of ocean creature into the game in an update soon. Not the next one, but the next one after that. And we're not sure which is the first one we should add. So our 2 options are, do we wanna add large crabs and crab pots? So you can actually like cast out a crab pot from a boat and sort of like set it up as something that you can put bait in and then come around later and then sort of take up the crab pot, check what's in it and then put it back down? Or do we want to add large squid where you can get these rare fishing pools with squid in them? You can catch the squid and then make squid ink from the squid and use that in crafting resources. So we've got crab pots on one side and I guess crabs, and then we've got squid and squid ink on the other side. Final question.
You gotta do it quicker.
Okay, final question, and this is all about decorations. So we're gonna add 3 more decorations in one of the next updates. There's gonna be a lot more in the future, but just for the first 3, which should we add? Because we know a lot of you really, really love building, and I could think of 3 random decorations to add myself, but it's probably not gonna be what all of you guys actually want. So pick your top 3 decorations, any idea in the world, everything's free range. Pick anything you want, and basically the 3 most commented ideas across everybody's comments are the 3 that will go in the game. All right, I did not expect to get that in. Okay, that's it for the questions. You have a 1-week deadline. So 1 week after upload date of this video, I'll be counting up all the comments, going through them, and we'll be changing the game based on that. We'll try our hardest to really stick to like the end vote for every single one of these questions. However, this is game design, stuff does change. So if we try to add deers and realize there's a big gameplay problem with it, maybe we switch to goats or whatever came second. So just understand there might be some variability, but overall, we're always going to try aim for exactly what wins all these votes. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have an awesome day.